Good afternoon, good evening, Aslema everyone, أنا Yusra Maguri, and I welcome you to this very special event. اليوم we are officially launching Hanon Project platform, a private community for all professional Tunisians in the US. We have a ton to get to, so let's jump right in. اليوم is a chance for you to hear about this community, the people behind it, and who will be eager to grow it and bring value. Also, we will showcase a demo of the Mighty Met Networks platform that we are using. After that, we will hear from our special guest, who will share a snapshot of their journey in the US and what value could such a community bring. Next, we will share what's in the pipeline and all the programs we plan to launch in this community. Please use the chat if you have any questions, and we will try to answer them in the Q&A section at the end. We definitely have a lot to cover today, and to start, with great pleasure, I'm gonna pass it to Si Najmuddin Lakhal, former ambassador to the USA, to tell us more about this community, what is it about, and what's his vision.
Thank you. شكرا مدام يسرى. نحب في البداية نحب نرحب بكم الكل، نحب نرحب بالأعضاء المؤسسين المشروع حانون، نحب نرحب بالكفاءات التونسية اللي قاعد تتفرج فينا، ونحب نرحب بالضيوف اللي باش يشاركونا في الإطلاق هذا المشروع، مشروع حانون للكفاءات التونسية المتواجدة بالولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. هو حقيقة كانت فكرة قبل، كانت فكرة تراودني في طيلة مسيرتي المهنية. كنت نتمنى أنا خدمت بالفعل أن اشتغلت في أمريكا قبل 25 سنة الثاني، ما كانتش عدد يعني الكفاءات التونسية المتواجدة في أمريكا كان قليل، ولكن بعد ما رجعت بعد 25 سنة رجعت نلقى عدد الكفاءات يعني أكثر من ضعف، حوالي أكثر من 2000 وقريب 3000 عددهم متواجد في أمريكا. يعني رجعت الفكرة، قلت أن لماذا يعني المجموعة الكبيرة المتواجدة من الكفاءات في جميع الميادين، علاش ما نجموش نحاولوا أننا نكونوا شبكة لهذه الكفاءات اللي باش توحدها مع بعض، تعرفها مع بعض، لأن اكتشفت أن العديد منهم ما يعرفوش بعضهم، وينجموا يحكيوا مع بعضهم، ينجموا يتبادلوا مع أنت، كان فما فرص، كان فما أفكار، والمهم أكثر انه يعني يعاونوا البلاد، كيفاش ينجموا يعاونوا بحكم خبرتهم بتجربتهم. حبيت ان تكون هذه الشبكه تكون يربطها جسر الى تونس مع الكفاءات، مع مراكز البحوث. يعني هذا هو الفكره الاولى. وحقيقه يعني اول ما بديت في المشروع كلمت أول كفاءة كلمتها هي مدام أنس، اللي من هاك اليوم انت أعطتني هي عناوين، قلت لا، أنا شربت عليها، قلت لا أسألهم قبل كان يحبوا نكلمهم ولا لا. ما حبيتش نطلب الناس يعني بطريقة مباشرة، ربما يتحرجوا، ربما قلت لا أسألهم. وهي الحق أعطتني مجموعة من الأسماء ومن يعني الهواتف نتاعهم، كلمتهم بالواحد. واللي لاحظته في جميع الكفاءات اللي حكيت معهم انهم كلهم مستعدين، كلهم يحبوا يقدموا حاجه لتونس. يعني هذا يعني في تونس الناس الكل تحب تعاون بلادها. قلنا فرصه، وبدينا من هاك النهار. انا الاهداف وقلتها في الفيديو اللي نشرناه، ان 3 اهداف رئيسيه. اولا هو تكوين الشبكه، يعني عندنا مجموعه كبيره جدا متخصصه وذات مهنيه وكفاءه عاليه متواجد. حبينا قلت نخلقوا هاك الشبكه هذه تزيد يعني تسلط الضوء على النجاحات اللي قاعدين يعملوا فيها العديد من الكفاءات في تونس. مثلا سي محمد عبيد في البيرسيفيرانس، يعني دارت العالم الكل. معناتها هذا نجاح يحتسب لاحد الكفاءات التونسيه، لازم الامريكان يعرفوا، خاطر قاعدين انتم تشاركوا يعني سواء يعني التقدم الازدهار في امريكا من يعني في العديد من القطاعات، وكذلك حتى في المجتمع قاعدين تشاركوا يعني وهذا لازم الامريكان يعرفوا ان رغم ان قلتنا يعني قله الجاليه التونسيه ولكنها قاعده تقوم بعمل جبار. الهدف الثالث اللي هو قلت يعني نربطوهم، نخلقوا جسر تكون هذا المنصه الافتراضيه مفتوحه للجامعات التونسيه، الكفاءات التونسيه، مراكز البحث ينجموا يتصلوا بكم، تنجموا تعاونوهم، وهكا نربطوا يعني الجانبين مع بعض وتكون عندها قيمه. انا اللي نتمناه ان تكون هذه هي المنصه الافتراضيه هي ملك لكافه الكفاءات التونسيه، لا هي رسميه لا هي حكوميه لا شيء، هي ملككم. وبالتالي انا نعول كثيرا عليكم ان شاء الله باش تقعد هذه وتزدهر، وعندي ثقه. نحب نفتح قوس نشكركم الكل، الناس اللي شاركت من الاول، من النهار الاول اللي كان اعتقد في بدايه مارس اول اجتماع خذناه. بالطبع الناس عندها مشاغلها، وانا مش كل الناس نجمت، ولكن من الاول لاحظنا ان هناك يعني اراده، هناك رغبه في تكوين هذا الشبكه، والحمد لله اليوم وصلنا وخلقنا هذه الشبكه، وانا يعني سعيد وفخور جدا، يعني وكانه حلم تحقق بالنسبه لي. الحاجه اللي نتمناها وانا متاكد كما قلت انا خليتها في يد امينه، وان شاء الله نسمع كان الحاجات اللي باش تزيد تطور هذا المشروع، وانا نقعد بكل شرف يشرفني نقعد معاكم ان شاء الله وعلى تواصل معكم عبر هذا المشروع، واي حاجه نجم نقوم بها بالطبع انا مستعد. امنيتي الاخرى انكم تتواصلوا العمل وانكم تعملوا على تنظيم المنتدى الاول للكفاءات التونسيه بالولايات المتحده. كان حلم بالنسبه لي، كان مشروع ثاني بعد تكوين هذه الشبكه، كنا يعني فيه نتمنى انه نعملوا مع بعض ونعملوا مش الحرص النجم. انا دائما على ذمتكم ونعمل نتشبك، وانا شفنا العدد الهائل من الناس الكفاءه التونسيه اللي قاعده كل يوم تتواصل وتنخرط في هذه الشبكه، ونتمنى ان شاء الله النجاح. ونشكركم مرة أخرى كلكم، نشكر الأعضاء المؤسسين اللي ضحوا يعني من نهار الله وفقنا أن كونها شبكة، وأنا سعيد مبروك وشكرا. ما حبيتش نعمل الخطاب رسمي خاطر حبيت نحكي من قلبي.
يعطيك الصحة سي نجم الدين، يعطيك الصحة سي نجم الدين. Even though we lost you for a little bit, but your energy was there the whole time. It is definitely a pleasure to work with you. Like we shared حتى offline, we dearly thank you. على خاطر we all had the thought of having a community, some sort of community where we can give back, we can connect together. But it was difficult. كما قلت انتي معناها it didn't happen, even though we all have the intention, we all are doing our work solo. كل واحد give back who he's involved in some project, mentoring and all that, but it wasn't possible for all of us to be in one space that is official, that a space that we can welcome more people, new people يجيو. There is something for them. The juniors وأولادنا اللي قاعدين يكبروا, they'll have a space for them. أولادنا الصغار, my kids know about Hanon Project. They've seen the logo, they've seen the work already, and they hear me talk a lot in the meetings for the weekend, and sometimes they pop in. We definitely thank you. Like we expressed all the founding member, this is very emotional, but we're so excited to kick it off officially. And like Mr. Ambassador, former ambassador, just explained all the goals behind Hanon Project. I wanted to have you kind of know the people اللي بقاو معناها committed ويخدموا to bring this project to life. I'm gonna share my screen. Of course, Sir Najm al-Din, he was the person who brought us together. Ahmed Hamza, engineering manager, San Francisco. Mohammed Abid, Deputy Chief Mechanical Engineer at NASA. Iman Lumi Haneshi, Biotech Business Strategy at ISB Bioanalytica. Uns Mamai, Research Specialist at UCSF. Skandar Haneshi, AI ML Solution Architect at Google. We have a few more people also with us. Hassan Drif, Manager, Applied Science at Amazon. Amal Belhaj, Senior UX Designer at Quid. Talil Zakhama, Audio Engineer at Apple. Los Angeles, Riva Ahmedi, Senior Network Engineer, Bay Area, and myself, CRM Architect at Salesforce. I definitely invite you all to watch the intro video that we shared within the platform and also on some of the social network like Facebook and LinkedIn. We are so ambitious and we have so many goals and we really want to bring value to this community. This is a team that did make the work happen. I am very thankful for every person's contribution and time they spent to bring this community to life. Speaking of community, next I'm gonna have Ahmed walk us through the platform and showcase the capability and how we can all use it and how to join and all that. Back to you. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Thank you.
Stop share. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Yusra.
Ahmed, if you can walk us through the Mighty Networks platform.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you see what I'm sharing?
Yep.
Not yet.
Yep. We can see the Hanon platform.
All right. All right, thanks everybody and welcome to this project. As Mr. Ambassador, like and Yusra mentioned, this is actually for me personally a dream come true. This is something that I attempted about 10 years ago, like basically to build a similar like basically network for professionals like in Canada, like basically in the US. At that time didn't work out, like basically, and it has been always like basically something that in my mind, like basically how do we connect like basically each other's like connect the community. The idea is we probably like all of us like very well established like professionally, very well like basically stable like basically. We do have some connections like basically and a lot of connections probably like basically in our network, and the part that is always missing is how can we connect Tunisians professionals in the US like basically in general. Like the connection that we have are probably in our field, but how about like basically connecting others in different fields? There is professionals in healthcare, there's professionals in academia, there's professional space, there's professional in finance, outside of the IT and technology, which is I believe like probably more than 90–80% of the professionals like basically are like in that area. But how do we connect like basically all these communities all together? And good examples of this, like what I was thinking is when I move from one state to another, it's always like a struggle to try to find like basically other connections like basically as it is there, because I have to just go through that process again of trying to find out connections. And I think some of you probably share like basically that experience in general. So the idea behind this project is really how do we connect? How do we work on projects together as a team? Because I do hear this from all my connections being here like basically in North America for like basically more than 22 years. We try individually to do some work like basically to help out in different like basically projects in Tunis, but individually is not always as great as when we do it all together, because we always individually hit like basically some roadblocks. So the idea of Project Hanon is like basically how can we collaborate together like basically as a team, and then take those ideas from just like one individual or a small set of individual like basically working separately and heading like a lot of roadblocks, like basically take that to the next level with like basically a lot of teams together. The focus on doing this on different fields is very, very important too, because I personally came to know through Hanon Project, there is a lot of doctors like basically and a lot of healthcare professionals in the US that we didn't even know about, and themselves, they didn't even know that there is other professionals like in this area. So that's why we want to be focused not just like on IT technology, but also focus on connecting all professionals on all areas. These are again like some of the like my goals, like the goals like basically that I see myself, and I think we set them as goals for the project in general. We're very open. We just need like basically everybody to be able to join us on the platform. You will see in the next like basically a few minutes, we'll share with you like what we're going to be working on next and how you all can make a big like basically difference in this project. Let me demo quickly the platform. So this platform is called Mighty Network, and we did in the last couple of months a lot of study like with the core team basically on selecting a platform. We looked at options of using LinkedIn groups or like Facebook groups or other like basically platforms, and part of that study, Mighty Networks came up as the top like basically platform that will actually respond like to the needs of this project and will give us a lot of the great features that we needed like basically to connect like basically our community in general. So the invite that you probably all got like basically will take you to the Mighty Network website. It has also an app that you can download in your phone to use it as well, similar to any like basically social networking like basically app, like with notification and everything. The homepage, like as you can see here, you can customize what you're looking for, like in terms of like feeds. Right now, we have a main page where you can pretty much see everything that's getting posted on the network. But for future growth, we did create some groups, and we'll talk a little bit about the groups. I know some folks, for example, who are going to be joining in a specific group like finance or other groups, they probably don't want to just like hear about like news in that specific area, then they can join that group like basically to hear about it specifically. And the feed here is very customizable. You can see everything, you can personalize it, you can see your activity, you can see like who is near you. Like basically this is a pretty good feature as well, like basically that shows you folks like basically based on the proximity. This is why it's important for all of us also to update our profiles to show our location, as well as like basically add a bio like basically for all of us. Discovery part of this is, let me see. So on the discovery, you can see all the posts. You can like similar to any like social networking app, you can like basically apps, you can respond to apps, you can comment to apps. So we request everybody to be very active, show like basically like start engaging and like sharing ideas like on the different apps as well. And then you can discover the topics. We did create multiple topics, but these we can always customize it as we go. Members, this is the list of all the members like basically that we have. You can see it here. I think everybody should be able, who is the network, can see this. You can filter the members, like you can look again like basically by proximity. You can look at like, so when I look at who is like in the Bay Area, for example, I can go and look, and the app will show me like basically that information. This is really something we couldn't even achieve with other groups like LinkedIn groups and others. It's a pretty cool feature. You can also, this is the ambassador program is actually a really good program where this network is built on trust. Like basically it's by invitation network. So each of the members will be able to invite other members like basically to join the network. And we want you all like basically to be ambassadors of Hanon Project. We have these levels like basically from like silver, like basically, and bronze, silver, and gold, like basically membership. The more like members you invite, like basically you can go higher, like basically in the like, and we definitely would like to see everybody who is joining become a gold ambassador for the network. As just a shout out to Fadhel Kaboub, like basically I think one of our like ambassadors so far, with inviting quite a few people. Wasim, Joey as well. Thanks for joining and inviting quite a few people, but we really need everybody to take advantage of this. And we promise that we'll be recognizing the gold medal, like basically ambassadors in the near future as well. Any questions so far on this? All right, let me continue then. You guys can type in the question in the chat, or we'll let folks to ask questions. So to invite folks, like actually to see the members as well, like basically we have an option here where you can invite, but you have the option to, if I click on the invite button here, like basically it's a very, very simple process. You can type in the email address of the person you want to invite, or you can also, you have a customized link that you can share. You can just copy this and paste it in your LinkedIn invite, and that will be customized. Once you invited somebody joins, they're automatically basically in the network. So we encourage everybody to use these two options to invite through email or by using the customized option. Topics, we have multiple topics, as I said earlier, but this is something that we can customize as we go. When you post, you have the option to post to a specific topic. So if you're posting something on oil and gas, you can just pick this topic, and then it would be easy for us to track that like as we go. We have the option to host events. This is a very good example, like the event today was actually published in here. All future events of the network will be published on this network. You have an option from here to add it to your calendar. You will get reminders as well, like basically. And then when we have a lot of events, you will be able to also filter this on nearby events. If you're only interested in the events that are happening in San Francisco Bay Area or like Texas area, then you can always filter that way. We will also post our calendar here of events. The discipline is very important. Like, so right now we have all these disciplines, but this is just like a subset. If your discipline is not like basically shown here, you can either add it or let us know if you need any help to add this. This is very important, like basically that all the members be very specific when they customize their profile to put the discipline, because this way we can easily search like the members based on this. I know we're not really doing a good job so far on this, but hopefully as we get used to the platform, we can customize this going forward and have this very easy to follow. And it will really help us, like, because the purpose of the network is how to connect together. If you're in life sciences and you want to look how many like at other peers, like basically in this network, you can always like filter this way with a discipline. Last thing is the groups. So as I mentioned, so far for the network, we created these 4 groups, and it's based on like what we think is like the professionals are like basically in these areas. I know there's a lot of areas probably missing, and we will add them in the future. When you join the network, you join the main network, you can go and join. After that, if you're interested in information technology, you can go join this information technology group. You just request it, and you will be added in here. And then this way, you can follow what's going on in this group. Somebody who is in the space group, for example, doesn't care that much about what's happening in here. They don't have to join this group. They just join the space group, and then they will follow the discussion that's going on in the space group. The education is more education/academia. I know there's a lot of professionals, like professors and professors and educators, like in all the US universities that are very active. So we want to make sure that we build that academia research like a gap, like basically, and connect them to Tunisian universities. So this is something that we actually were looking for volunteers to be part of this group and run this group. Space group is the same thing. We're looking for volunteer to help us run this group as well, like basically, and connect the folks on the space group. I know there's quite a bit of folks in this healthcare group, doctors and other healthcare professionals. This is something that we really look forward to have a lot of members being part of this, and a lot of activities going on in this group. This is what I had on the platform. Again, like I know we'll probably set up some sessions like one-on-one, kind of like basically sessions to answer questions in the future. But if you have any questions, you can feel free to just add them in the chat, like basically of this meeting, or actually, if you already joined, you can add them here. Like you can start a post and ask question, and we'll address them. With that, if any questions, otherwise I'll return back to you, Yusra, to continue with the program.
That's great. Something to mention about the platform that you can message other members. You can see who's online. You can get notification. You can, we probably all have so many notifications going on, but you can definitely like customize it. What do you want to hear about? There will be like, they can email you, or you can just open the app and see the notification. I personally enjoy using the mobile app just because it's I can see it any time of the day and see if there's any messages or notification. We are so excited to have you all join and also invite other members, and we're here to bring value. So please reach out if you have any question, if you have any suggestion, if you want to be involved in any capacity with us, please do so. I am gonna move to the next section, which is listening to our special guests. Let me share my screen. All right, hope you can all see my screen now.
Yes, we can see it, yeah.
Thank you again, everyone who joined, and also our special guests. I know summertime is so hard to get a hold and book meetings with people, but I know you chose today to spend your afternoon with us. I am so thankful for that. I'm gonna pass it to Samir Tata. Thanks to the platform, the Hanon Project, I got to know you and know your work. And if you go ahead and introduce yourself, the work that you do, and what would be of value in such a community that we're launching today.
Samir, I think you're on mute. No, you're not on mute, but we cannot hear you.
Let me.
Okay, we can hear you now. Go. No, we can hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay,
yes,
great.
Yes.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you for having me. Really very excited to join this community. Samir Tata. I'm Tunisian, of course, from Tuzer, hence the background here. This is my farm, South Tunisia, Tuzer. Let me first introduce myself. I'm engineering manager at LinkedIn in the Bay Area, based in the Bay Area. It's been about 6 years since I moved to the US. I used to be a full professor at Telecom Sud Paris. This is an engineering school in the region of Paris. I've been there, for about 15 years. I did my PhD also in France, but got my engineering diploma from Faculté des Sciences de Tunis. My area of research and development includes, cloud computing, large-scale systems. Currently, I manage a couple of teams at LinkedIn. One of them owns the infrastructure for caching for the site LinkedIn.com, for some other internal services and tools, platforms that we use internally. I manage another team, a development team that builds automation for fleet management. When I was back in France, I used to collaborate with the universities, في تونس, and in terms of research and teaching درست في صفاقس في ستير في تونس منوبة والمنار يعني I built and few research projects with the researchers في تونس. It was somehow a way to build some relationship with Tunis to help the research that is developed there, help students to move up to France for PhD studies, things like this. Then I moved here. It's like it was a personal challenge, and the place to be for a computer scientist is the Bay Area somehow. And somehow also it would be great at the end of someone's career to visit both sides of the coin, academia and industry also. And then since I moved here, أنا did research also درست في الجامعات في فرنسا في تونس also هنا يعني في البي area. I somehow saw the different approaches of education in Europe, في تونس in the US also figure out what are the trends in terms of industry and building skills. That this is the business of LinkedIn somehow, and the way somehow to help the country. With some of colleagues in Canada, US, and France, who also for Tunis, we recently started a new private university based في سوسة. درس بالفرنسي of course, also in English. We wanted to build some relation with North America, also with Nigeria, with also la région anglo-saxonne en général en Afrique. We started this project, but also used to help some Tunisian startups في تونس وفي البي area also here. provided some consulting and way to somehow to help out